We know that there were people who were released from prisons who were encouraged to come into the United States.
It wasn't a Marielle, Mr. Vice President.
This is insane how they lie. So we had somewhere around 230 or so Venezuelan criminals. They were wanted on a variety of criminal charges. And when the United States tried to send them back to Venezuela, Venezuela said no. So listen. They say, give me the direct, exact evidence. Like, okay, well, a bunch of criminal gangs like Tren de Aragua are coming here. They were in jail. Now they're not. Now they're here. Fine. Call that whatever you want. I'm not going to argue it. But when the U.S. said we're deporting them to Venezuela, Venezuela rejected the flight. So they got sent to El Salvador instead. And then liberals went, how could you send them to El Salvador where they're criminals subject to deportation whose home country won't accept them because they're criminals?
President, it wasn't where it was like a purposeful release, open up the jails, open up the insane asylums, and let people flood Florida. I lived through that in Miami.
If you go, it may not have been like Marielle, but if you go back to the caravans that were happening in 22, 23, we know that those things were funded. They were in some ways supported by the government.
There was absolutely.
So I don't know how you define support or not support, but if people are encouraged to come into our country after having spent time in prison by their own governments, I think that's a problem.
In fact, one of these migrant caravans passing through Mexico was granted full asylum, everyone, to stay in Mexico because of a deal that the U.S. was cutting with them. And they all yelled. So the one guy, he says, it's in Spanish, by the way, but it's like, who wants to stay in Mexico? And they're like, boo. Who wants to go to America? Yay! Indeed, they are paid for and encouraged to come here.